Make sure is that going?
It sounds like it's going.
Oh,
I
it's
heard
going.
recording in progress.
It's going. All right. All right. OMAC, finally doing it.
We're doing it. Giving the people what they want,
Giving the people what they want, what they've been waiting to hear.
what they deserve.
Listeners, welcome to the Physical League hockey podcast from two guys who, let's face it, we're never going to get to the league, but we sure love it.
Not even close.
Yeah, we won't
Couldn't
even
be
scratch the
further.
surface.
Couldn't be further.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know us, Owen actually has never touched ice in his life. He was a lacrosse player, but if he did grow up on skates, we all know he'd be just with me, a third pairing defenseman, firing low, hard shots from the blue line and blocking pucks.
No,
And that's
no
it.
skating, no
No
skating, no
skate,
mitts.
no mitts.
Just love to eat pucks.
Just love eating pucks. Anyways, I'm Zane. This is my
Yep.
very good friend Owen Mack. And let's just get right into things.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's start off with some hot topics around the league. I think that it would be only appropriate to start with the hottest topic right now, which is the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, as a Atlantic Division team, it pains me to say this, but I think right now they're the best team in hockey. I
Yeah,
I, I mean, it's Colorado for a little bit. They don't really have a power play. Can't be the best team without a power play. Buffalo's doing it all. They're physical, they're scoring. There's juice in their barn.
yeah,
I don't think anyone's hotter than Buffalo right now.
yeah. I agree, and I think it's kind of nuts. I've got some stats here just to go over. As we all know, Buffalo, they haven't made the playoffs since 2010, so it's been 16 years. They've gone through studs like drafting Jack Eichel, getting Sam Reinhart, and then these guys just go off to different teams.
Trade them away.
Uh, Trade
See
them
ya.
away.
Goodbye.
They don't give them a good shot, and it's like people's career kind of goes to die in Buffalo, which is crazy because it's such a great hockey city. It's right up there by Toronto. Fans go absolutely nuts. We know how Bills fans are when they're succeeding; they go nuts. And now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you've got an 8-game winning streak. They're 25, 5-2 since December 9th, plus 30 goal differential since early December. And I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I'm not a fan of an Atlantic Division team, but we're still competing with Buffalo. And guess what? I don't really care. I'm loving watching them play. And I think you've got young guys like Josh Doan, who's playing just like his dad, absolute savage, savage, pocket rocket, going to the front of the net, making shit happen. And I fucking love it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They deserve it. As an Atlantic Division team, as a fan of an Atlantic Division team, I try to hate on them, but they're just so far out of contention with us. You can't even be mad at the success. We're simply not competing with them. So I've kind of jumped on the bandwagon, like watching them play, like watching them score goals.
Yeah.
And yeah, the barn is buzzing in
The
Buffalo.
barn, the barn is, but I feel like that
I
Lightning game put him on the map too. Like
Yeah, I
that,
think
that
I,
was
I think I
unbelievable.
saw I think I saw a stat that outside of the home city of the two teams in the Cup Finals, no city has higher viewership of the Stanley Cup Finals in Buffalo. And I think
Yeah.
they had the highest viewership for the Olympics. So just a hockey city that just they deserve puck. Should we talk about the goon that is Rasmus Dahlin?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna take this
Sneaky
one.
goon, sneaky goon.
Yeah. He's a sneaky goon. And let me just say, I think Rasmus Dahlin is easily a top five defenseman in the NHL. I think his mitts are unbelievable. His two-way game is unbelievable. He's physical to an extent. And this is where I have issues with him. You're like what, 6'4", Nordic, Swedish, Viking looking motherfucker. You're the captain of the Buffalo Sabres. You represent this city that is built on grit. Yet, how is it that anytime someone wants to fight you after you hit him with a cheap shot cross check in the back, yes, I'm a little salty from Evgeny Malkin and the suspension. I'm not excusing
Right,
what Gino did. You
rightfully
know,
so. Rightfully
yeah,
so.
yeah, I'm a little salty. Like Gino, I mean, coming from a veteran, I mean that's a whole other can of worms. I don't even want to open. But like, you got Hagel the other night trying to. I mean, Dahlin just like turtle shells on the ice. Hagel's
Dowling,
landing bombs. Yeah, he won't fight.
Claude Lemieux, Darren McCarty-esque.
Yeah, exactly. He won't fight, and like I don't understand that.
Have you ever known a Swede to fight though? Do any of them fight? I mean, Kronwall was the last like vicious hitting Swedish defenseman, but even
Yeah,
he wouldn't fight. They would
he
challenge you.
wouldn't fight.
Would never shed mitts. They don't fight.
They
They're
don't fight.
pacifists.
It's kind of nuts, man. I
Mhm.
don't know. I think I want to see if Darlene kind of shows that extra edge, and like I get it, like he's drawing penalties and he's not really taking penalties. I don't know what he's saying to these guys to make them go absolutely ape shit on him, but whatever it is, it's working, and they're not
He's not saying anything. I'll tell you exactly what he's doing. Net front. Oh my, I mean,
put.
John Gibson's standing on his head right now. All right,
Yeah,
sorry. Net front, looking, you're on in the zone. Net front, looking for a tip, looking to tap something in, clean up some garbage on the net, and he just cross check to the
yeah,
ribs, just over and over and over again. And I mean, these guys lose it. You know, they have short fuses, and I think it's a coward move to cross check someone in the ribs from behind. I mean, you're not playing the body, you're not using your body, you're just using your twig to,
yeah,
I mean, hit him in the soft spot. I think it's soft. I don't like it. I
yeah. I don't
don't
like it. I think
like it.
I
And
don't
I
like
don't
them.
like them. I don't like them.
Not one bit. I don't like
Not
them at
one
all.
bit. Not one bit.
But I think if he does show that edge, I think he's going to have to show that edge come playoff time because you're going to need your captain to stick up like that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
if you take another penalty. Like come springtime, come April, like all bets are off. So,
Yeah.
and I know
What
you had one more
little
point.
yeah, we were making notes for this episode. And this just came to me. I was thinking Buffalo. I'm like, who do they remind me? Like, what does Buffalo remind me of? They're the Nickelback of the NHL. I mean,
No
is
pun
there a more
intended there.
no pun intended? Is there a
No pun
more
intended.
Nickelback city than Buffalo?
No,
It's not. I mean,
no.
Buffalo embodies the band, and you know they were big in the 2000s, huge. Massive presence, and then they just one day just became terrible. Laughing stock, joke, cursed band, if you will. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't come out with bad music. They just one day everything stopped. But they're fucking back.
They're
They're
back.
back. And just like Nickelback is, so are the
Yeah,
Buffalo Sabres. So I
yeah.
just drew that comparison there.
I
Yeah,
love that.
that was my last
I
point.
mean, Nickel. I mean, find two guys who love Nickelback more than us. You're
You're not
I don't
gonna.
think you
So,
can.
all right, would you like to
I
kick
love
us
that.
off with
Yeah,
the next segment?
we'll go to their next segment, and this isn't anything new, but I think the officiating in the league has been absolutely atrocious recently. And I'm going to bring up an example, and again, I'm a sour Penguins fan. I'll admit it. And this goes all over the league. The other day, we were playing New York. This was about a week and a half ago, and Brian Russ scored a goal on the power play to go up 2-0. And Mike Sullivan, the veteran coach of the Rangers, two-time Stanley Cup champion, Olympic gold medalist, challenges the call where Mantha's his right skate was like barely in the crease and barely touched Jonathan Quick right before like 2 seconds before the puck went in. Like he did not interfere with him. That's just hockey. Because guess what? It's a physical league. The
Very
goalies are going to
physical.
touch the players sometimes, right? So
What
that
happens?
obviously gets called goaltending interference, bullshit, whatever. We played Buffalo the other night, and I forget which player it was that was in the crease. It honestly could have been Josh Stone, fully in the crease, all over Artur Shelov's, like pushes into him, doesn't try to move out of the way. And Dan Muse, the rookie head coach, challenges for goalie interference, and of course. He's now, I think, 0 for 8 on goalie interference challenges this year. And some of them have been questionable, but not all of them. Some of them easily should have been called. So I think the inconsistencies are unbelievable. I know Kyle Dubas spoke about that in his press conference. But I mean, yeah, especially with goalie interference. But I mean, what do you think about the other calls around the league that we've been seeing?
There's a game management aspect that the league introduced just to try and even things out. You know, not you can't have one team having 10 power plays, the other team having one. Like,
Right.
so they're gonna call stuff that might be a little ticky tacky to keep it even. And whereas like parts that I agree with it, there's certain types of things that the ref should be looking for, and there's certain things that they shouldn't. Like goaltender interference, like there's certain like that's an example of something that should just be blatant and obvious. Whereas, and like the league steps in to review that, okay, but then you got guys getting checked in open ice, heading to the bench, pucks on the opposite side, just getting absolutely ran, and because no one was looking, like they're not calling it, like they gotta really focus in on the stuff that's like protecting the players, like Charlie McAvoy getting hit in the face
Yeah.
literally 5 times, just losing speed, all
Yeah.
that. Like you should get tossed for something like that. But I mean, these like goal interference stuff like that, like some trips where it's like could have been a toe pick, could have gone either way, but the guy fell. Like I think the
You
league
just
should be
raise the arm.
coming. Yeah, just raise the arm automatically because you're trying to manage the game. Like there's certain
Yeah.
things they should focus on. There's certain things that they shouldn't. But then again, it's a physical league,
It's a
and
physical
guys are going
league.
to get hit in center ice when they're going to the bench. It's going to happen.
Especially in spring, especially in the
Yeah, it's
springtime. We're getting to that
going to
point.
happen because it's
And
a
guess
physical
what?
league.
Guess what? It's going to get worse in the playoffs. And
Mm,
honestly, part of me is very okay with that because if people are just going to get away with shit, that's fine. Let's get away with it. But I agree with you. The game management aspect of it is absolutely ridiculous. Just the other night, we played the Hurricanes. We had, I think, 4 power plays in the second period. Two of them were a little soft, but then Rob Brindamore just gives the ref a fucking earful for like 5 minutes. And like, I get it. Rod Brindamore, legend, Stanley Cup champion,
round the
all
bod.
that. Rob the bod. He gets no penalty, no bench minor, nothing. And then the third period, Taylor Hall gets a tiny cross check in front of the net, falls like a ton of bricks. And, I think we had like 8 penalty minutes in that third period. So the refs just try to even up the score in that sense, which I
Yeah,
really don't like.
it's not
Um,
great.
it's not great.
All
Another
right.
topic that I think
Yeah.
is really, really important. I love to talk about it, but I feel so bad for this guy is Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. I
Get him
mean,
help. Get him some help,
get dude,
please.
what more does he have to do to get some help?
I
What
was
does he
thinking
have to do?
today, I mean, across, this is not the Red Wings broadcast. I think he's got to be the best athlete on the continent right now across all
Yeah.
sports. I mean, who's
Could
better?
be the world. Could be the world, honestly.
Could be could be the world. I mean,
Yeah.
who's doing what he's doing in their respective sport? Who's just literally living in his own world? Like there's no one else like that. Like
No.
the play that he had to
Did
his like
Leon?
little spinorama to Leon,
Yeah.
or no,
The
it was
give
he
and
took it
go. It was that.
himself.
Wait, are you talking about the give and go the other night where he like backhanded it, then spun around and then scored on his
Yeah,
forehand?
that
Yeah.
was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He just
It's
moves
on
differently than other people.
He moves differently than other people. He's on a completely different playing field. We saw this on full display in the Olympics against, the best players in the world.
Wasn't
Just
enough, but
yeah, all right.
wasn't
We
enough.
don't have to get into that. I shouldn't have worn this jersey. It's a bit of a target now that I see it.
It's pretty embarrassing.
Hey, you guys, look, it's a good rivalry. You guys are due to get one. We'll take the
Well,
last
it's
six
our turn.
before that.
It's
It's
our
your
turn.
turn. I'm happy for the US, is what it is. Anyways, I think I think especially in a sport like hockey, which is just the definition of a team sport. Like you're a basketball player, like you've got four shitty guys on the floor, but then you have prime LeBron. Like prime LeBron's taking over the game. He's going to win you games single-handedly. You can't do that in the NHL. You need a solid four lines that are banging. You need good goaltending, and you need a solid three-pair of defensemen if you want a chance at winning the cup. A chance at winning the cup. And
Yeah.
Edmonton has fallen short of this ever since Connor was drafted. They've never had good bottom six. They've never had like their defense has always been a huge liability, goaltending a huge liability, and Connor's gotten them to that point where they were game six and then game seven away from winning a Stanley Cup. And still, even though he's carrying the game like that, Ken Holland is putting on a disaster class, trading away trading away Stuart Skinner to the Penguins and a draft pick for Tristan Jarry, which I loved because Stu's playing great right now. But Jarry is horrible. And he's also apparently mouthing off the players at practice. And you
No,
got
it's not what you want out
it's
of your
not what you
tendy.
you don't want your goalie to be talking. Your goalie's supposed to sit
Ooh.
down and shut up. Your goalie's not supposed to
They don't say a word. They need to be
they don't
sickos.
yeah, they need to be locked in psychotic people.
You need to be worried that they have like people tied up in their basement.
Exactly. They shouldn't
Like
be
you don't
mouthing off to the best players in the world in
because
practice.
he's getting chirped on Twitter, you
Of
know?
course. And he's getting chirped by Leon to the media saying, and by the way, I don't blame Leon. Like you're putting up 4 or 5 goals a
I
game
mean,
and you
he's
can't
sick of
win.
it. He's
Yeah,
sick
he's
of it.
done. He's done.
Get
He,
him out of there.
he It's a
What team?
total, it's
What
a
okay?
dumpster fire.
What team could use Leon Draisaitl the most?
I think me and you are thinking of the same
I
team.
mean,
I
I can think
think
of one off the top of my head, but oh, um, I mean,
I'm thinking. I mean, anyone could use Leon, but I think right now, I think a team like Detroit could really use him. I'm not just
he
saying
could
that because
use
you're a
him.
Red Wings fan. I think
I
that he would blend so well. Him and Raymond puck moving together would be
mm,
unbelievable. Um,
him
and
and Sider, the German connection.
the German connection. I
I mean,
think, and
we're gonna
speaking
have
of
the
Germ,
cap. Well, no,
yeah,
he's extended.
he's
We trade
extended.
for him.
But speaking of the German connection, I could honestly see him on Ottawa too. Can you imagine him out there with Brady and Stutzla? And
Timmy
then
Stew. Yeah,
you've got Batherson out there, you've got Sanderson on the back end. That could be a really scary team if they added a piece like Leon.
yeah.
But anyways, that whole situation in Edmonton is a complete dumpster fire. Connor McDavid, I know you're not listening to this. I feel so bad for you. I really hope you get it figured out and you move somewhere else soon. And I hope it's somewhere in Canada, like Montreal. I think that'd be awesome if he ends up signing it with a team like Montreal or
Don't be.
Toronto.
I mean, who realistically has the cap? We have the cap. Um, I don't
We'll
even.
see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's a waste. It's just a shame to see such a talent have his potential accolades get washed down the
Chicago. Oh,
drains.
can you
Oh my
imagine
God,
him in
him and
Chicago?
Connor,
Him in
Connor
Chicago.
squared, Connor
That would be
squared.
the Ducks have a lot of cap space. I mean, he could be.
It
I
would,
mean, him and Leo Carlson is your 1 and 2
yeah,
C. That's a cup
it,
favorite.
yeah.
He's not going to Columbus.
No,
He's not
no.
going to Calgary.
Columbus is a fluke. I don't think they're a fluke right now. But anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on. We're actually gonna have our first guest caller. And we'll be back with you in just 1 second. All right, we're back here, continuing the first episode of the Physical League podcast. And it is my absolute pleasure to introduce one of the coolest people in the world, one of my best friends, my cousin, Evan Borenstein, who's going to talk to us a little about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Evan, the floor is yours.
All right, boys. I just want to say thank you for having me on the pod. The first one, that's an honor. Zane probably said it earlier. He's a Pens fan. We all grew up watching the Pens. That's our fucking thing, right? We love the Pens. That's literally it. The main thing is, you guys are calling about the Toronto Maple Leafs here, and we all know they're a fucking laughing stock of the league right now. Like,
Yeah,
dead last, haven't won a game since coming back from the Olympic break, and they're losing the locker room. Like, Matthews doesn't seem like he wants to be there. Nylander doesn't want to be there. Brew completely lost the locker room. And I think where that stems from is honestly losing Dubas. And me and Zane, Pens fans, Dubas, we love him now. As you can see, he turned a team
best
that's
GM in
supposed
the
to be
league.
in. Yeah,
Best
like
GM in
he
the
he
league.
turned he turned a team that's supposed to be in a rebuild in 1 year, and we're back second in the net. So it goes to
Absolutely.
show you that that's the problem. I mean, from the outside, it just feels like the organization completely lost its direction. And,
Hmm.
Toronto, they fired the architect and they hired somebody whose last building could barely stand up. I mean, we saw what Treveling did in Calgary. You had a homegrown superstar in Johnny Gaudreau. Rest in peace, Johnny Hockey, one of the most beloved players in franchise history.
R.I.P.
And he
Absolutely.
walks away for nothing. Right. And then you look at the next thing where you have the Matthew Tkachuk situation. Um, Huberdeau coming off a career year playing along Barkov. Yeah, we get it. Barkov will do that for you. But at the end of the day, what happens? Tkachuk goes to Calgary, Tkachuk goes to Florida. Huberdeau goes to Calgary. Huberdeau falls off a fucking cliff, and Tkachuk goes on wins the two back-to-back Stanley Cups. So
Yeah.
that
Gut
like that
punch.
right there, yeah, like that just goes to show you. And then the Leafs thought, okay, it's time for a change. We'll lose Dubas, but then we're gonna bring in this guy who has a history of just not building a good franchise, like we just mentioned with the Tkachuk trade. And then there's other examples, right? You talk about Mitch Marner. It was time for a change. The Leafs were struggling. Was he the guy to let go?
No,
Who knows? Could have been him, Matthew, Marner, or
It
Nylander,
wasn't
but
him.
it
It wasn't
wasn't
him.
him.
It
It
no,
wasn't
wasn't
him.
him.
no,
He's
no,
nails. He's nails. It
no,
wasn't
no.
him.
No, exactly. And then he had the no trade clause where we tried to bring in Rantanen. That would have been a good deal, but it didn't end up working out. And then you replace him with Mateus Maccelli, right? The guy's maybe a 60-point ceiling,
Yeah.
maybe that.
Not
Who the
the
fuck is that
penalties.
guy?
He's not moving the
Who the
needle.
fuck is that guy?
No.
This is Mateus
No.
Michelli.
No,
Where'd he come from?
You just can't replace a 100-point player who plays both sides of the puck with the 60-point ceiling winger who doesn't play on the penalty kill, right? That's
Absolutely.
fucking bananas. That's like trading away your steak dinner for a bag of microwave popcorn and telling everyone it's the same meal. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not going to fly, right?
It's
not
not
the
going to
same.
fly.
And then last year, you know, we brought in Lawton, hometown kid, gave away a first pick, I think it was for him. And then next year, we've already got rid of Lawton, so that first pick's out the window. And then it just goes to show you, right? He had 15 points in 46 games on the Leafs this year. You trade him away to the LA Kings, and within 3 games, he's already got 3 points. Like,
Yeah.
It's
a change in scenery.
It's not the players at this
Brandon
point.
Carlo trade.
That's another
Giving
thing,
away
right?
giving away first round picks like they're growing on
around
trees.
first round picks for nothing. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know,
For nothing.
And at a time when your team needs players in the system, you have none. Right? You got no prospects. You traded away Fraser Minton, was our number 1 guy. And is Easton Cowan really going to move that needle for you as a prospect in the system? No. Like,
no.
I mean, we've seen it this year, right? He's getting a lot more big boy minutes, and he hasn't really proved anything.
No, he's proved nothing. But Ev, outside, I mean, first of all, amazing explanation. I loved hearing that.
Terrific.
I could tell that you're. I mean, look, as a guy who lives in Toronto, you're not a Leafs fan, but all your boys are Leafs fan. You're in the biggest hockey
100%.
city in the world. What's it like just seeing this happen? Just it all come crashing down.
You know, like, I don't want to say I'm a Leafs fan, but at the same day, at the end of the day, like, when the Leafs are doing well, the city's having a blast, right? Everyone's rallying around for games. Like, tonight, I think they play Anaheim, and, like, you know, usually back in the day, people would, every Leafs game, regardless if you're a fan or not, people are going out, they're having fun, we're boozing, Leafs are playing. Now they're playing, and nobody gives a flying fuck, right? It's like they've completely lost the city, and you can see it right now. The players don't want to play for the coach. Owen, I know you're a Wings fan, so I just wanted to ask you, what do you think the similar situation with Berube is with Babcock? Like, I know when Babcock came in, they kind of lost the room at the end. There was some things going around with Mitch Marner and ratting out the team. Right now, in my eyes, it just kind of seems like they brought in a complete hard knock coach that's just down to the line. And, you know, those in some rooms that does work, but it doesn't look like it's been working here. You know, Keefe was a little bit more ease, let them play music in the locker room. Berube comes in, right? That hard knock thing. And it just seems like those guys don't want to play for that kind of coach anymore.
I mean, you got a hard knock coach, but you don't got hard knocks players, you know?
Right.
Wasn't the right guy. And if he was going to go full on no music in the locker room, by the book, we're going to boot camp. Tell me why Austin Matthews is walking in wearing a pink tank top. You know, are you hard knocks or are you not? Are you strict or are you not?
Willie
wearing a fur coat.
Willie getting questioned by the media. If someone would have told you in training camp that the Leafs would be in this position on March 10th, what would you say to them? And he's there in his fur vest, answering the question after losing by 4 goals in regulation to San Jose.
There's no identity. There's no identity.
No identity.
100%. And like, I know you guys saw that. I think it was last week. Like, Shai Giglius did a presser, and he was wearing his coat and the thing. Like, the Leafs honestly remind me of an NBA team. Like, they're not there to win games. They're there to show up in some cool ass clothes and see how many fucking clicks we can get on my post tonight. Right?
100%.
Like, they have no identity, and you know, you can bring in a hard knock coach, but if you don't have the guys that are going to buy into the system at the end of the day, then that's just not going to work out. So it sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, the biggest hockey market in the world, and they're losing the team completely. And we don't know if Matthew's going to stay. What's their next move? I mean, I think Shriveling's got to go 100%. Like, he's come in for 2 years, and he's like we just talked about. He couldn't do it in Calgary, so why would he be the guy to come do it in the Leafs, right? Like, it wasn't a good fit.
And we were touching on earlier how, like, McDavid is wasting his career away in Edmonton, and I kind of feel the same way about Matthews. I think imagine if Matthews came to, like, an American team. Like, I know he's from Arizona. Imagine you went to the Mammoth right now, which used to be the Coyotes. Like, imagine you had a guy like Matthews on the Mammoth. I mean, look, the Mammoth are gonna have to unload their bank account to sign, like, Gunther and Cooley and all those guys.
For sure.
I think, like, and Nicky Schmaltz. We'll get into Nicky Schmaltz later. We'll talk about him. We'll talk
Got
about him in our
himself a
last
Do we know-
segment.
Love it.
Do you guys know how many years Matthews has on his deal left? I think he's, 2 more years protected?
He signed a bridge. He didn't sign a long term.
Right,
Let's
okay.
see.
I mean,
Here, I'm stat guy. I
he
can pull it
wishes
up right now.
it was tomorrow. He wishes
Yeah,
that
he's-
deal was done tomorrow.
He's under contract until he's 2 more years.
Okay.
And guess what? In 2 more years, he's still going to be fucking awesome. So I think
That's
if you
the
put
thing.
him in a new environment, like especially I think he needs to come to the United States. Like do I think he should have gotten the C
He's
for
not built
America?
for- No,
I don't think he should. I don't think he should have been Captain
no.
America.
But
But
it's like-
at the end of the
but-
day, he
but
is
who else
Captain
do you give it to
America. He
in
won the
that
gold.
Who
Oh,
else do you give it to in that locker room? Chuck, maybe?
Kachuk, Larkin,
Chuck,
McAvoy,
Hughes.
Quinn. I mean,
I honestly don't think he's the guy. To be honest,
Yeah.
I was super against when they stripped Johnny T from the C and gave it to Matthews. Like,
oh yeah,
honestly, that's kind of
Oh,
where it
yeah.
all starts to
Horrible.
go downhill from
Horrible.
there. Is when they it's like, love Matthews. He's a great player at the end of the day, but that guy can't fire up you for shit. Like,
no.
I will
He's
say
just
though,
not a
they
guy you
love
want.
him. They love him on Team USA. Maybe
Yeah.
he's doing something behind the scenes we don't see. I mean,
Yeah.
on
That is-
ice,
that is
he
true.
doesn't look like a leader. But maybe
No.
he's I don't know. I mean, Team USA.
And he's got
is
another
different
side to
than
him.
Toronto.
You know what he looks
Yeah,
like?
yeah,
He looks like on ice. He looks like a pedophile with his fucking mustache, bro. With his stash and his clothes.
Yeah,
He's got to figure that out.
The picture of them in for the USN TDP, where he's got the hat on top of his head.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
spewing. I mean, just a prick.
Yeah,
Just looks like a
Yeah.
prick.
Anyways, Evan.
Yeah, but
thanks,
who knows?
Thanks so
I mean, it's Let me just close it out here. All I'm gonna say is Trevelyan was
Close
the
it out.
problem. You can't get rid of the best GM in the
Get him out of
league
there.
when you're in a time of a rebuild and think that's gonna change. They're heading in a tough direction, man. They have no picks, they have no prospects, and no one wants to play in the city. No one wants
picks.
to play in the city right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And honestly, I thought they're going to be bigger sellers at the deadline, but they got nothing. They got
They
nothing.
didn't do anything.
They traded Bobby McMahon and Scott Lawton away for, I think, second and a third pick. Like,
It's not moving the needle.
Here's the needle.
it's
It's not
a
moving.
tough time in
No.
Toronto. It's a tough time
You got
in
to clean
Toronto,
house.
but,
You got to clean house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Full
they
rebuild.
got to start new coach, new GM. Let's restart this process and see where we can go.
Guess what? If
Absolutely.
they tank, Bettman's gonna let him win the lottery because it's rigged.
Yeah.
Bettman's
It's
giving
rigged.
him number one overall. You gotta go full 10-year rebuild. It's the only way. Just like Detroit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We'll-
boys.
Thanks
Have
for
a
coming
night.
on. Great spews.
Pleasure. Yeah, and if you boys need any more call-in segments, I always got something left in the tank.
All right.
All right,
Love
kid.
it. Love it.
We'll
All right,
keep that in
boys,
mind.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
All
All
right.
right. You
All
too,
right,
bud. Have
take
a
care.
night.
Thanks again,
See ya.
guys. Thanks again.
All right. Bye.
Yep.
All right. So now we're going to start our segment called Hot Takes. It's a working title, so we'll make it, Hot Takes is pretty generic. We'll make it a little more interesting as
Come
the
up with
ideas
something.
start flowing, as the juices start flowing. Here's my hot take. I think Celebrini should win the Hart Trophy. And I know off the bat it sounds crazy because
I don't think that's that hot.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that's hot.
Well,
I think he's top 3. He's got to be top 3.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Top 3, top 4. I think based on what I've been reading, what I've been seeing on Twitter, a lot of people are still going like, Kucherov or McKinnon or McDavid. And I get it. Those guys are outscoring him, right? But when you think about McDavid, he's got Draisaitl. He's got Nugent Hopkins.
Tristan
He's got
Jarry.
Hyman. He's got Evan Bouchard. Then you've got Cooch. The Lightning need no explanation when you have the talent that they have. Radish had been on the back end, and then you've got Point, Sorelli, Hagel, like all those
Best
guys.
goalie in the world.
And then the Avs are the Avs. I'm not even going to talk about them because we know how fucking stacked they are. When you think about Celebrini, he's 19 years old, second year in the NHL, coming onto a Sharks team that was bottom of the barrel last year. Before he drafted him, and then last year they were also bottom of the barrel. In his second year,
Horrible.
he has 81 points in 55 games. He's fourth in the league in points. And at one point, before the Christmas break, he accounted for over 50% of the team's goals. So he either scored or had a primary or secondary assist on over half of their production. And yes, the Sharks right now, they're not in a playoff spot. The West is a joke. They're on the outside looking in. but they could still make it. I think Money Puck had them at like a 37% chance of making the playoffs last time I checked. And this guy is carrying those Sharks on his shoulders. And we saw it at the Olympics how unbelievable he was. Granted, you see what he's doing by himself now, essentially. I mean, yes, the Sharks have some good guys, some young guys, Will Smith, Misa. They're great players to watch, but like on paper, they're shit. And they could make the playoffs this year.
Kids buzzing. Welcome back, Steve Eisenman.
Yeah.
Welcome
back. The two-way game is hard to deny.
Game.
Yeah, it's hard to deny. Yeah. I said it in the Olympics. I said shades of Crosby. And not that I think he's going to be Crosby, because no one could be like the one and only true Lord and Savior of hockey, the greatest to ever lace up the skates. But he could be. And I wouldn't be shocked if one day he eclipses Crosby's legacy, especially with the way he's been playing. But I see you have a take, which I actually think is pretty hot. So
it's warm, I'd say.
It's a warm take.
Definitely not cold. Cider for Norris.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone who embodies being a defenseman in the NHL more than Cider. He's got offense, but he's got offensive touch, but more importantly, I mean, he's just a nail gun on the back end. He's never missed a game in his career. That's absurd. Yeah. Won the Calder as a rookie. There's not that more that you can't do that he hasn't done already.
Right.
He just needs he needs a Norris, and he loves to block shots. He absolutely loves blocking shots.
He loves it.
He's smart in his own zone. He can lead the breakout. There's literally not a single thing that he can't do. Yeah, there's guys who are more talented in one area than he is. Cale Makar is pretty much a forward playing defense. He's low-key a traffic cone on the back end. He got walked by
no, don't even talk about it.
Kid from I can't even remember his name.
Boldy.
Got walked by Boldy. He did his best traffic cone impression. Cider would never do that. But yeah, no, I think he's top 3 in Norris voting right now. He does it all. He's the most well-rounded defenseman in the league, and he will win. This is not even a hot take. I can guarantee this.
Yeah.
I'd put real money on this. He will win multiple Norris trophies in his career.
I think
he's going to break the record for most games without missing one to start your career. He's going to break the record. Which is
I mean that could be
the machine never break.
That could be the kiss of death right there. Saying that, watch him go down with a torn ACL mid game right now.
Knock on wood right now.
Oh yeah, for you, I'll
the
do
defenseman, that doesn't happen. The defenseman.
Look, man, you never know, man. It's a physical league. Anything could happen, right?
Very.
But I will say, off the bat, I do think that's a bit of a hot take. I mean, I'm a huge Cale Makar fan. But when you said like he embodies what a defenseman is, like that really did resonate with me. I think that's a good point, because when I do think of an all-around true defenseman, like, yes, I think Mo Seider does fit that bill better than anyone else in the league right now. Obviously, like you look at guys like Quinn Hughes and Matthew Schaefer, Lane Hudson, Cale Makar, and the way that they're skating and moving the puck offensively is unbelievable.
I think those guys are better Hart candidates than they are for Norris candidates.
Because Norris is for
defenseman.
Yeah.
He's not the best player.
Yeah.
It's the best defenseman. Who plays defense the best?
Yeah.
Not who's the best skater and who gets 100 points playing with Nate McKinnon. Who plays the best defense in the league? I think it's Mo Seider.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad take. And there's a video that you showed me. I'm just going to tell the viewers about it. Where Seider he's like 2 feet from the bench. And the other team is dumping it in.
A 2.5 minute shift. Playing 28 minutes a night, plays the most minutes and the hardest minutes. I'll pull up the stat for the next episode. The hardest minutes in the league, and averages like 27 minutes a night. It's something stupid like that.
So let's say he's coming off third period shift. He's already blocked a shot in the shin where there's no padding, and he's gotten hit. He's thrown a hit, and he's going to the bench after a minute 30 in his own zone. Puck's cleared out. The other guy on whatever team they were playing, for argument's sake, let's just say it was the Sabres because they're on my mind. Sabres guy crosses the red line and is going for like a hard rim around dumping. Like a clapper dumping. Seider's getting off the bench, and he just sticks out his leg to block the puck while he's getting off the ice for no reason. It was a
He
dump in,
loves it.
but
He
he
loves it.
loves eating pucks. He's a fucking psycho who loves eating pucks, and he's a
100 hits, 100
defenseman.
block shots every
Yeah.
year for the rest of his career.
Yeah. You know what he is? He's a coach's delight. He's a
They love
coach's
him. They
delight.
love him. They love him. So,
Anyways,
all
I
right,
like that. And yeah,
closing segment.
we're gonna close it out here. We're gonna do this every week. Our closing segment is called Dog of the Week. We're each gonna shout out one player who we've just been loving their game because they are a dog. I'm gonna go first, and this is more of like a moment thing. Although it did span the week, he only played in one game. But my dog of the week is gonna be Logan Stanley, newly acquired defenseman from Winnipeg to Buffalo. I'll tell you why. 6'7", no joke intended there for the young kids watching. 6'7", 231 pounds, native of Waterloo, Ontario. Guess what? There's not much going on in Waterloo. It's just hockey. It's just hockey. These guys are hard-nosed guys from Waterloo. Traded over from Winnipeg to Buffalo. He's an absolute monster. And in their game, in Buffalo's game against Tampa the other night, on the Sabres broadcast, they're interviewing Logan Stanley mid-game because he had visa issues, so he couldn't play. You know, he's coming over from Canada, so he couldn't play in the game, but he's healthy. And you see him pull up. He's like huge. He's like this much bigger than the reporter. He's wearing a gray turtleneck. 6'7". I'm gonna say it again. I know you love it. I'm gonna say it again. He's 6'7". And they're asking him questions about the game. And a fight breaks out because that game was insanely physical. And he's like, yeah, you know, I wish I could be out there, but, you know, I love what the boys are doing. And then the reporter's like, Logan, you get out there next week. Like, you got to do the same thing. He's like, yeah, we'll see. Goes out 2 nights later against San Jose, Sabres debut at home, center ice brawl with Zach Ostapchuk of San Jose, a complete showman, and he fucking kicks the shit out of this guy. And this guy's no joke, 6'4". Obviously, Stanley's a little bit bigger, but he kicks the shit out of him at center ice, drags him to the ground like a dog. He's my dog of the week. So credit to you, Logan Stanley. I love watching you play, and I really love seeing him on a team like Buffalo.
It's a great pick. Guy I was hoping Detroit would make a move for. I think it was like a third round pick, but he was packaged up.
That's what it is.
It's a great pick. My dog of the week. Give me Nicky Schmaltz. Just
Yeah.
locked up the 8x8. Love to see the guy getting paid. Did his time in Arizona when they were just the laughing stock of the league, and he's really come on since Utah. I mean, I would be buzzing in those new kits as well, the new sweaters.
They're unbelievable. I mean,
the best tarps in the league easily.
Yeah, I mean, I find myself saying that so many teams have the best jerseys in the league. I still think Montreal's the best, but like I think Utah's
of the new
and
gen,
Seattle's
of the new gen.
Oh yeah,
because you can't compare the original 6. They're in
they're
over
in
here.
category.
Everyone else is down here. So yeah, I like the way he's been playing. The guy puts the puck in the back of the net. He's gritty, grinds it out. He loves to play along the boards, loves being behind the net. And it's a guy you need in the playoffs. And he got paid and he deserves it. And I like saying Nicky Schmaltz. So
fair enough.
Nicky Schmaltz.
All right. Well, that about does it for our first episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Owen?
Thank you to our family and friends, because it's going to be the only people watching this. Shout out to the Bornstein clan. Shout out to Huckers, maybe. Yeah.
We'll see if they listen.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Excited for next week.
Absolutely.
Excited for we're going to have to brainstorm some talking points in Montana.
We will. Perhaps we film this episode in person from the Barnes estate on the mountain.
Barnes Manor, yeah.
The Barnes Manor on the mountain. We might have to film it.
Can't wait to be in some cold weather, snow outside, get some puck on the 130-inch projector screen.
4K
in our
surround sound
wing,
system.
In our own wing, curled up by the fire, maybe some hot cocoa, maybe a brewski.
Maybe some old fashions.
But can't be too hung next day on the mountain. No. I'm going to be averaging 180 BPM anyways, so can't be too hung. But
absolutely.
No. Excited.
All right.
Excited for the
Looking forward. All right. Good stuff, my man.
All right.
All right. See ya.